Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Jane Cachero-Padirog, your instructor or facilitator of this subject, Purposive Communication. Purposive Communication is the course description from the CMO 20 series of 2013. Our learning objectives: define communication, describe the nature, elements, and functions of verbal and nonverbal communication in various and multicultural contexts. Explain how cultural and global issues affect communication. And appreciate the impact of communication on society and the world. Communication, a process by which people send messages or exchange ideas or thoughts with one another in a verbal and nonverbal manner. It comes from the Latin word communicare, meaning to share, to unite, or to have things in common. Communication is a process. It is a dynamic, ongoing, and continuous. It employs many means, at many levels, for many reasons, with many people. Communication is a process by which we assign and convey meaning in an attempt to create shared understanding. This process requires a vast repertoire of skills. The art of creating and sharing ideas for a specific purpose. It comes in many forms. Verbal, that is language, sounds, tone of voice. Oral, hearing and listening. Nonverbal, body language, facial expressions. Written, journal, email, blog, text message. Visual, signs, symbols, pictures, graphics, and emoji. According to Aristotle, communication is a means of persuasion to influence others so that desired effect is achieved. On the other hand, Edgar Pale says communication is sharing of ideas and feelings in a mood of mutuality. Mark Cornack of 2014 says communication is a process of sharing and conveying messages or information from one person to another within across channels, context, media, and cultures. Lee Gans of 1961 cited, communication is a process by which two or more people exchange ideas, facts, feelings, or impressions in such a way that each gains a common understanding of the meaning and use of messages. Rogers of 1983 provided, it is the process by which the message is being transmitted from the source to the receiver. Broker of 1949, anything that conveys meaning that carries a message from one person to another. Thayer of 1968, it is a mutual interchange of ideas by ineffective means. The nature of communication. Communication is a process. Communication occurs between two or more people. Communication can be expressed through written or spoken words, actions, nonverbal or both spoken words, and nonverbal actions at the same time. The communication process. These are the process of communication. The sender, it generates an idea in mind. The idea is converted into words, pictures, sounds, symbols, or actions. Encoded idea is transmitted to the receiver. Receiver receives the encoded message through the senses and perceives it in the mind. Receiver decodes or converts the messages back into meaningful ideas of his own mind. Feedback, mechanism that gauge how successful the communication process is. Context, the environment where communication takes place. Barriers, the factors that affect the flow of communication. Principles of communication. First principle, communication is schematic driven. It is transmitted message becomes understandable or meaningful because of your innate or old knowledge about the messages. Second principle, communication is interpretative act. The only person who knows the exact or full meaning of the message transmitted is the sender or the speaker. Third, communication does not guarantee a direct or automatic link between two minds. Fourth, communication is active. powerful, and forceful. Fifth, communication is symbolic. Symbols, signs, words, letters, graphs, and pictures are examples of this. Communication is always results in something. Principles of effective communication. First is clarity, conciseness, completeness, organization, empathy, flexibility, ethics in communication. It should be genuine, open, cooperative, sensitive to one's cultural and social beliefs. Be honest and truthful. Refrain from doing harm. Fairness to all stakeholders. Be an active listener and strive to understand. Avoid a negative tone. Consideration for any potential roadblocks. And these are the references used in this video. Thank you for watching.